Lessons to legacy. My lessons to legacy. Welcome to the convo. The conversation. I like how that sound. It sound like I know Spanish. I be fooling people though, cause I know a little bit. 'Cause I do, like I know a little bit. Like I've been like fooling them forever. Cause I catch bits and pieces, and then when I catch it, I put it together myself, and I'm like, what?
I know that.
But just like when I talk about money, I'd be like, get the guapito. That don't even mean money, but we gonna make it. We gonna make it a new. It's a new lingo. Get that guapito. Does that sound like you want to go get money? Gonna get that guapito, nigga. Yeah, guapito.
That's a different kind of money.
A whole different kind of money, man. But yeah, man. But welcome. This is something that I do, man. Conversation with myself, with good people in the building. First, I want to say congratulations to the Clipse. VA's on. I want to say, because I'm a fan, but I talk about shit. But it was a good album. It was a great album. I'm gonna say that it was a great album. I listened to. First of all, I don't listen to rap. Like I listen to reggae. I'm a reggae head. I'm reggae first. But when I do listen to rap, I listen to rap based off of like what my daughters and them listen to. And so then when I go to the club, I know what songs it is. As far as in my car, just listening to rap music, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Reggae. But I actually put this album in and listened to it. But another reason why I don't like listening to rap, because with today's rap, it'd be a lot of beefs and things like that. So like, I don't like putting on a song trying to listen for the beef and all that. I guess because I'm at a point in my life that I don't want beef. You know what I mean? I mean, not that I wanted beef back then, but it's over entertaining. Yeah. But that's not entertaining. I guess I'm in a space of not that. But I actually went and listened to this album, and not saying that there are a lot of beef and all that stuff, but it was just it was dope. It was dope. It was real dope.
How did you feel listening to the album when the first song came on? How did you feel about it?
I don't remember what the first song was, but if you pull it up, I'll tell you. But it gave me because I'm a little biased on certain things, like because on the first album, because you realize there's only been 2 Clipse albums. So on the first album, I was a part of it, so I was actually in the studio and things of that. So it was I was there. I felt the energy and all that. You know what I mean? So now being on the outside listening to it is a whole different feeling. So I'm basically listening to it now from a fan standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So back then I probably was biased, even though I felt like every single song on the first album, I literally didn't skip. I didn't have to skip. I guess it's because I'm on the actual album saying, "Pretty, is you crying?" I acted that stuttering part out that time. Isn't that crazy? A stutterer acting out a stuttering part. Pretty, is you crying? Roll up. That was gangster lean. But yeah, so I listened to it as a, from a fan standpoint. And some of the songs definitely got me that feeling from back then, because, it always was like a big type flow. You know what I mean? So them are the songs, I guess, why I can't just, like, I wouldn't just sit and ride with that album in the car and just let it play. I wouldn't do that. And not saying that it ain't a masterpiece, because it can be a masterpiece and that don't mean I got to really listen to every song. Right. You know what I mean? But to me, I don't know what people what they consider like a masterpiece. But some of the songs put me in the space from back then.
Their first album, just back then in general?
Their first album.
Okay.
So, and there was certain songs that didn't. So, You know what I mean? So I couldn't, you know what I mean? I really wasn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, but it was good.
So let's rewind a little bit. How did you feel when you heard they were getting back together as a group?
Oh, I was
And where were you?
oh man, you know, I do not know that. I smoked too much weed for that. But you know, because this was a while that they were supposed to have been getting back together. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm like this right here. Like when it comes to music and like rap and things like that, you know, guys them can rap about you know, some rappers rap about what they did, some rappers rap about what other people did, some rappers rap about what's going on in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're rapping. I look at it like I was a part of, like I had a part of that in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it like if they're gonna drop an album or whatever, I'm a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
So I think first, like, well, shoot, why I can't come out with, you know, my book or something at a time or my podcast or whatever I'm doing to capitalize off the situation, like. Because it's always was the beginning. You know what I mean? So you go always go back to the beginning, whether you talk about it or not. You know what I'm saying? I know I can talk about my part. You know what I mean? They don't have to talk about my part, and you know what I mean. That's that. You know what I mean? They only can talk about what they choose to talk about, like because it's irrelevant to them. You know what I mean? Even though in some of the interviews I did hear like real quick, yeah, you know, some of my friends caught kick. You know what I'm saying? So. That's gonna always be a, you know what I mean, whether the little part of them, because that's all it is, because that wasn't them, but they still went through that at the time. They got a whole slew of new friends, and well, actually, I'm lying, because their friends are their same friends who they've been had. That's why when a lot of people speak that, they think I came from that slew of friends, but I didn't, because I met them when I was like 25 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people get it, you know, get the whole thing. You know, they got a misconception like, oh, they kicked me out the friend group. No. I mean, it was a business, but at the same time, we grew close in that business. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But I was happy when I heard they was coming back out, man. You know what I mean? Like, shoot. Then I said, yo, how can I get a couple dollars? Shoot.
Yeah.
Like they say, the fuck? Let me eat. You know what I mean? Should nobody be mad for me to, like, what's wrong with me telling mine? You know what I'm saying? I should be able to tell mine. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and it's gonna be some stuff with them. There's gonna be some stuff without them. You know what I mean? It's gonna be mostly me, because I have a crazy story. You know what I mean? Crazy story. But when I saw the little runway, I don't want to say little.
Listen, they take everything out of context these days.
It was a big deal, trust me.
Yeah.
Paris, all that, trust me.
Facts.
But when they was doing the runway with the Jim Jones disc, I said, okay, if they come out during that time, it'd be about 60,000.
Right.
But then fast forward, when I heard the Rock Nation thing beside it, and I saw the whole rollout, and that was another thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I could see 90-ish. 90-ish. Give a round of applause for 90. But them boys, they came out with a $1.90.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb. I'll tell you, 119.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming from a fan point of view.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I say, man, like I used to, like on that first album, I was like there. So it gave me, you know, I remember them Biggie vibes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you remember being in the studio and it just bring you back.
Yeah, like it brought me back. So now hearing this album right here, it was like certain songs and stuff was like, yo, it put me back in that element. You know? And like I said, like, I'm not taking away from saying it's not a masterpiece. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all, you know, people classify as a masterpiece. I would even say you can say it's a masterpiece, but it's certain songs. Like I'm not gonna ride in my car and just ride straight through the whole album like I did the first album. You know what I mean? And me not being like, biased. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just that I don't listen to rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a reggae head.
Right.
I can't sit and it's not, see, like when I talk, I feel like I can't say nothing because people will take it like I'm actually talking about them. But even though I'm talking about them right now.
Right.
But I'm saying as far as rappers and stuff, it'd be so much drama. Like that's why I stopped watching like the Loves and Hip Hops and all them. I stopped watching, like in prison, oh my God. I was like, we were in front of the TV. Cause that's what we wanted to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now I guess at a point in my life, I don't want no, anything about beef and drama and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't like listen to rap. You know what I mean? I listen to rap as far as in the club, and I know the songs and stuff based off of my daughters and things of that nature. But just listening to rap, no. But I gave this album a listen. Listen through it all the way. And there's a lot of songs I do like. But it just wasn't the one how, Lord willing, I would play. But like I said, I guess it's all a part of the space in life where you're at. You know what I mean?
Right.
But dope album, 119. Hey, no round of applause. BA. Man, I salute. But I want to talk about today is how, with the promotion side of their whole rollout, on how it is now and how it was back in the day.
Right.
It's crazy because, like, today's rappers and stuff, you can't do what the Clipse just did, meaning because they had the marketing behind them. So now y'all got to rely on other things. Not saying that you can't break through on YouTube by having a crazy video and it going viral and then that song going viral, but it might take you a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you can definitely get there. So I'm not trying to scare nobody from getting there. It can be harder for the guys who don't got the jewelry, don't got the flashy cars and all that, because that's what the young girls want to see. Then the guys like the NBA young boys, who with the, pants sagging still, the YNs, like, if you're not doing that and you just thinking that you're just gonna basically just rap your ass off and you're gonna make it, you can, but it's gonna be tough, right? But it's things that you can do. Like, I'm gonna give you some methods, of stuff how I used to do when I used to help promote the Clipse album,
that are still relevant to this day.
But people think that it's not. People think it's not because they're lazy. Because they feel, I can just go and do a video, stay home, and do it from my phone. It's hard. It's hard work, man. It's hard work, right? Like, there's days and times, even when it comes to, if you do want to just do it on your IG, right?
Yeah.
And it's cool. You have to show a movement, right? And this is some of the stuff when I used to sit around Pharrell and Pusha and all them and sit back and just listen, right? I remember when they was talking about the Star Treks and things of that nature, and they would first start, when they was talking about what they were going to do and how they were going to do it and things, and it was a thing of, they was mimicking the Death Rows, the Bad Boys, you know what I mean? All, like the Saint, like everybody had these movements, right? And it's just like gangs, right? The one thing, I don't promote gangs. I'll stay away from gangs. Love y'all. I don't no problems. But it's just like gangs. People take to gangs. People take to a group of people. So they make the record labels. You got to make it seem like a movement. That what people take to. You out there by yourself, man, you looking lonely, people ain't gonna take that. They're like, so you got to make it a movement, right? So even if you're gonna show it on social media, right? But this is the type of stuff we used to do. Like when grinding, we first trying to get grinding to pop. We actually went on the Winnebago, right? Up and down the East Coast. Boston, I'm talking about, we way out Cincinnati. We're rolling. The whole thing with that is the same thing that the presidents do, right? It's called shaking hands and kissing baby. The president even got to do it. to promote yourself, you have to shake. If the president don't go out there and shake hands and kiss babies, you think they're gonna win? Guarantee they don't. I don't care who. You're not.
Facts.
Because you got to go promote yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say, you got to make it seem bigger than what it is, and you got to go and promote yourself. So back then, we made it seem like a movement. Everybody wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's the two artists, they might even got the same thing on too one night. We in Miami's, we in we everywhere where it got to be, and we got the posters up. Stuff don't even cost that much. You got the posters up, you showing your artist. Everybody got the chains and stuff on, chains, but the t-shirts on with the artist's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about
with no problem.
With no problem at all.
They got the chains and the t-shirts and everybody's matching.
Everybody matching. Everybody look like a unit,
yes.
Right? Now we in the clubs, and I remember being in Miami,
mm-hmm.
and I remember it was just us and Pusha at the time,
mm-hmm.
and I went to the DJ and I gave the DJ a little something to play the jump, and we sitting back, I'm waiting for him. He ain't playing it, waiting all night. Until finally he played his joint, and she in the middle. You know what I mean? He ain't moving that much. He's sitting there, but all us going crazy. Yeah. I'm talking about, we got money. I'm talking about, we really we got money. We got but we don't even got none of that on. Everybody looking the same. Everybody looking like a unit. You know what I mean? We making tea look good. You know what I mean? But what they seeing the Clipse t-shirts and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now is a whole thing of, man, people remember that. Yeah. Now the remembrance.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even down to when I used to promote with the CDs. Right?
Talk about it.
People love taking the CDs or taking flyers and taking stuff and just putting them on the cars or whatever and going.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm not hiring you for that. I do it myself.
Fact.
Because I got to make sure that CD or that flyer or whatever get in that car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let you throw it. I want you to throw it out.
Right.
I want you to throw it out the window.
Right.
So that's the first thing. That's the first thing when it comes to promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The smallest key when it comes to that. That's the first thing they do.
Marketing.
To try to hand it to people as they're coming out the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even buy their car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I understand that in today's time, you actually can't just walk over by the car, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what it was. You got to make sure that CD or whatever get in the person's car as they getting in the car. You know what I'm saying? How it's going to be. So that way, once they got it, right, and it's in the car, ain't no telling the next day they cleaning it out or whatever, somebody else get in it. Hey, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that's the smallest thing from getting that CD in that car.
Even taking pictures with the CD is just as good too.
True. But like I'm talking about from to fast forward a little bit on that, when I had Encore, I made Encore Girls. Right?
Yep, I do remember that.
And because people didn't want you to take the flyers and bring them in the club. And I remember me taking a whole stack of flyers. They were like, no, man, you can't bring the flyers in here, this and that. I said, all right, cool. So I went and got the Encore Girls, made them put the t-shirts on that it basically they're going to wear a flyer.
Right.
So now I got all of them and we going into the clubs and stuff. And I used to give them these coupons. Right? And they actually, and like on the coupons is the free drink or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, I forgot what I used to do a gimmick or whatever to see who can, basically bring back the most or whatever. Like whoever get that person to actually come.
You give them incentive.
You know what I mean? So, but it was like them little things of that nature that actually work.
Absolutely.
But guys are them just like I say are so lazy. So you got to make it all seem like one unit, one big unit. Like it ain't no man bigger than the artist.
Absolutely.
Right? You got the brand, the name.
Absolutely.
Because that's the whole thing. By even just leaving and they seeing it ring with the name and then they hearing the song again or down the line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's be like those small things like that with actually being in the place to be. Man, like, so with me just sitting back and just hearing that kind of stuff and then actually getting in the door, right? and sitting down with these record labels and stuff and sitting with the promotion side. Like, I'm gonna tell you, Pusha used to actually go be in the meetings with the artists and stuff like that, and Gene. And I used to like to want to go and sit with the promotion people. Right? I used to always be in there with the promotion people. And I'm gonna tell you how I got rich off of throwing shows, because I don't care. Listen, I had the blueprint to throwing the shows out here. Like, y'all can listen. One time, I'm gonna tell y'all how I used to get all the artists for free.
What?
I used to get the artists for free when I used to bring them out here. Like, I was the first one that bought Jeezy out here.
Oh, wow.
I was the first one that bought Jeezy. First one that bought Nipsey Hussle out here. Yeah.
Wow.
But so I'm gonna tell you how I used to get them though. So I'm in a promotion meeting one day at Arista, and I'm sitting back and I'm listening to them talking stuff, and they're going over different artists and saying what they're going to do to actually promote them in each city, and they're actually giving them basically free shows, right? For spins, right? So when we used to go to these radio stations, later on that night, we'll go to a club and actually have to go and perform a song or two for free. And I remember Gene saying to me, Malice saying to me, hey, why we got to do this stuff for free? You know what I mean? And it was the whole spill of me saying, yo, because like they're the radio station and they are playing our song or whatever, right? But who that? Oh, yeah. We're looking at the camera. Seeing who's coming up. We don't know who's coming up, and it's my man. Man, your dread didn't grew so long, man. I'm saying like, yo, who that? We got the black bar Rasta man coming up in the jump. What's up, baby? You all right? You good? All right. Yeah. You all right. You all right. Camera rolling. Everything good. Hey. One thing about the convo, the conversation y'all, is man, you might see my man G done walk past 5 times, phones might ring. You know, that's what we do. We ain't doing all that bougie stuff around here. We chilling, having fun, good energy. Man, this stuff is just good, man. You know what I mean? I bring people through to learn lessons, man, and oh man, it's just all good.
Yeah.
All right. With this people. So anyway, I heard I'm going. What was that? What was that? Yeah. Yep. So he was he was wondering why he doing the free shows, and I'm like, man, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ask him this and that. But I already knew the answer because I used to sit down in there with him.
Right.
So I ended up later on breaking it down to him, whatever. So then it became a thing of I actually went and started demanding for some money for these shows.
Oh.
Based off of him. You know what I mean? Saying, hey, man, we ain't trying to do all these free shows. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just us learning, and not knowing. And it's crazy because they did an interview with Ebro for this new rollout, right? And in the interview, right? It's so, man, it's crazy. So, because I was watching the interviews and everything,
Absolutely.
right? And I'm watching the interview, and in the interview, I don't know if it's up here. I actually recorded. I was like, I had to rewind it back, right? But anyway, I rewind it back, and it's Malice asking Ebro, hey, what happened this time when, I think he said he was, he said, what happened? It was the time when our manager, but he said when Jeezy said my name in the whole 9. So I was listening to it. It brought me back. I remember what happened, where it was a little beef or quarrel. The whole quarrel was Ebro wanted us to come and do a show.
Okay.
And he wanted it for free. And I basically asked, how much is it?
How much is
you know
it?
What I mean?
Right.
I'm not even saying that they told me that. I don't even remember, but I remember me asking how much is it, you know what I'm saying? Or something to that factor. But I think Malice was still like, yo, like, is any change? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So that was the whole thing. And we had to end up getting Malice to go ahead and call him. Like to say, you know, but we didn't know the game, like talking about it. You know what I mean? Especially with me. We was freestyling. But anyway, getting back to it is start doing the shows for free. So I said, okay. I know what I can do now. I started looking up who all the artists had for their promotion team. I contacted all the promotion teams for almost all the labels, got with their promotion team, wrote out a whole plan that I'm going to do for when they come to Virginia. Got with DTLR, went to DTLR and said, hey, listen, I'm trying to do some signings and stuff. I need some clothes for the artists. You know, I got me some too. But I need like $1,000 worth of clothes, you know, for the artists, you know, XYZ. So they're like, all right, cool. Plus, I need you to go run commercials. I need you to run the commercials for me on the radio station with the giveaway for the tickets and stuff. When I tell you I ain't paid nothing for nothing, even with the artists, they already coming into the town on promotion, so they got the hotel and everything already.
Right.
So it won't like I'm coming and saying, hey, let me do a free show. I'm showing them what I'm going to do for their rollout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to detail out. I'm going to have the people there. You know what I mean? I'm going to take you to this club later on the night or whatever it's going to be for the after party. But you're going to do this show. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I killed them. Listen, when I tell you I killed them for so many years. People in Virginia know all the people that came down here from Juvenile to, I ain't even going to name everybody. Y'all know.
Go ahead. Name them.
Bought them for free. For free. But
Name them.
But I got busted.
Oh.
I got busted. And guess who was the artist who busted me?
Who? Tell me.
Young Jeezy. The first time I brought him down here to the Northern. Got him for free. Had it all laid out, everything. Ready to start, promote it, all that. I get a call from Coach K. What's up, K? What's up, Coach K? I know you remember this. He called me. He said, hey, what you doing? I'm like, what you mean? He like, yo, bro, you got a whole full-fledged show, this and that. This ain't no promotion from the record label. Like, we don't do that. And this was during the time, you got to understand, this was like during the height, like, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, we don't do that, man. Like, we don't do nothing for free. He was already saying what Malice was already saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That stuff only worked with certain people.
Yeah.
Malice was ahead of his time, like, man, I ain't doing that for free. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. The label had us saying, cool, instead of us paying out the budget, this is what I'm saying. Instead of us going to take this money and pay it out the budget to the record company, we going to go ahead and give them a free show. So that way we ain't spending no money. So now y'all spending the money because y'all using it as an artist. You understand what I'm saying? Malice already knew that. Like, nah, man, some money. Nah, it can be some money somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Coach K was like, nah, bro, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, and your name Jeezy too? I'm like, yeah, mine with a G. But he was like, yo, he said, yeah, nah, I need, cause I only had ain't had no hotel rooms or nothing. They had them booked for him, you know, that what I thought.
Yeah.
He said, yo, bro, I need like 17 hotel rooms. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, I already got it already going on though. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, 17 though, bro, for real? Like, yeah. And he said, and I need 15,000.
Ooh.
I said, mother, yeah.
Did it happen? Or
it happened.
Okay.
The show, I already had the show already promoted and everything. He could have said 20. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look crazy because I ain't gonna give him the 20 and then Jeezy ain't gonna come and now my name, which my name is my name, my brand.
Right.
I won't go mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I stood on was the brand of Soul Provider. Soul Provider was, see, people like when I first started Soul Provider and me doing, you know, shows, I was just probably making my money back was a great day. Losing a couple of dollars was a great day, right? If it was successful and packed, and they ain't make no money and didn't make my money back, it seemed like a bad day. But if everybody talking about it good, that's a good day because they'll come back. It won't no violence. You know what I mean? The music was good. The energy was good. Everybody who didn't come hear about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to stay with it. You know.
Yeah.
But man, big on that promotion, man. But Clipse had a good rollout.
Yeah.
They had a real good rollout, and you know, like I said, congratulations to them. Well, the thing when it comes to artists, and do you even know this? A lot of people, based off their first week sales, they're not gonna get another chance. You're dead with another chance, you know. And even if they would have had did 70,000, 60,000, that was still another chance too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this right here is, I don't care anybody see that coming. It just, you know,
Yeah.
it's just real. And not even saying that, you know, before hearing the music and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody just gonna see in the day's time of you know what I mean, of really having that coming. And I'm gonna say this one thing before I go, and that's with the sales of the show or the concert we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Because they were saying that it was like 20% tickets sold.
Right.
That was before the album dropped and all that.
Yeah.
So I think people gonna want to see that now though. So
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
so if y'all can, man, go out support Virginia, man. You know, like I said, round of applause for Clipse, man. I'm straight VA all day. Like I said, man, I'm on this side. I'm a fan, man. I'm just telling y'all, we had a conversation. Like I said, the conversation.
I got one question. Would you go see the show?
No. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
I don't do big crowds. That's why, if y'all see me on social media and I'm at a party and all this and all that, like, I know who gonna be there.
Yeah.
Mainly, you know what I mean? And if I don't, you know, y'all gonna see it's gonna be a limited crowds.
Yeah.
I don't do good at crowds, so I don't, you know what I mean? But that's just me. I don't, and it ain't got nothing to do with, you know, being scared of crowd, you know what I mean? Because I can take, you know what I mean? I still got some guys who cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, ain't about all that. If I need all that, I don't need to go. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, though, but I just don't do large crowds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to the boxing match.
Okay.
All my boys, everybody went. I even had a ticket, and I was going. I was actually going. And then last minute, they said, I think I called Chris. I said, bro, man. I said, oh, yeah. I said, man, I ain't going. You know what I mean? I said, I ain't going. But I was going, but I was still like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But like, in Vegas, I might would go to Vegas. But I don't know. It's just something about Virginia, right? I'm like I'm gonna tell you, and like I said, I love Virginia. But that's another thing too. Y'all have to understand, man, and I get it that we love it and all that, but when you're trying to do something, and not saying you can't make a living here and all that, but when you're trying to do something for people outside and these other, like the record, ain't no record labels here. There isn't nothing here that's gonna say, oh, we're gonna go and give you a check for whatever. No, you gotta go outside of Virginia. Y'all heard the Clipse even say it themselves. Oh, we love Virginia. But they didn't get put on in Virginia. You know how hard, man, listen. I had to fight to get people to play. Dude, you was even around there too, weren't you? Man, listen, I had to, look, slept in the, hey, Stress, shout out to DJ Stress, man, one time for Stress. He actually slept in my car, waiting for him outside of the radio station with the CD in my hand, right? The single, grinding. And I remember catching him, and when I caught him, I had his favorite. I found out what his favorite liquor was. Had his liquor, had the CD. I don't know if he played it the first time, but I think probably like the second or third time, he ended up playing it. But before he played it, he said, listen, they want to have a meeting with you. Come on up there. Came up there. I met with this one guy named Big Dose. Dose's name? He's still alive? Oh, man. Rest in peace, man. The Dose, man. Wow. But still, Dose, I got to talk about you. Walked in, sat down. Dose said, I remember putting it on, playing it. He was sitting there. he was doing starting. He was like, man, tight jump. I think I can remix that though. I said, remix it?
Damn.
What? Pharrell did that beat. He like, nah, man, listen, we can remix it and then we'll play it. All right, cool, man. Stress played it on one of them like night show, like, you know what I mean? One on the main show. And people still was like, you know, people still was hating. That's how Virginia was. Like, people were hate. I know all of y'all who was hating. And Cypher Sound in New York and Cosmic Kev in Philly, all of them start playing it. And then it trickled down. Because that's the thing. VA hops on what everybody else hops on. That's what we do. We don't want to show love to our own people. Like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about conversation. That's a whole nother conversation, man. I'm going to let that go. But this right here was about promotion, man. I just wanted to say, and shouts out to the Clipse again.
That was good.